Do you have lots of horizontal drone clips you've been wanting to post online to Instagram or TikTok, but get absolutely ruined by that 9:16 cropping, such as in this example here? Well, the solution is split screen drone reels. Split screen drone reels are absolutely everywhere right now, especially on Instagram, and for good reason, because they allow you to post them horizontal drone clips as they were shot and include everything in the video. They're also really captivating because you can include 3, 4, or 5 drone clips in one reel and give your audience a lot to look at, and each one of them videos will keep their attention. They're super simple to do, and today I'm going to show you how to do it firstly on Adobe Premiere Pro, and then I'm going to show you how you can do it on InShot so that you can do it on your mobile and on the move. Let's jump right in. Okay, so I've opened Adobe Premiere Pro, and the first thing we want to do is create a sequence with the right settings and the right ratio for Instagram or TikTok. And that's what we'll put each individual clip into to make our reel. And I'll show you how you can do it for 3 videos, 4 videos, or even 5 videos. So you want to go up to File, go to New, and click Sequence. So what you want to do is you want to go to Digital SLR, go to 1080p, and then you'll see 1080p 24, 1080p 25, and 1080p 30. Now you want to click the one which is the frame rate that you have shot your drone clips in. So then we want to go over and click Settings. Now this is where we're going to change the settings so that we get the right ratio for Instagram. So for editing mode, keep it in DSLR. For time base, again, this is set to 30 FPS or 29.97, which is what I shot my drone video clips in. But again, if you shot them in 25 FPS, just choose 25 here. Now for frame size, this is super important. For frame size for Instagram, I use 1080 by 1920. And when you put that in, you should see the 9:16 ratio there. We want to give our sequence a name, so I'm just going to click down here and I'm going to call it Split Screen Master, and I'm going to click OK. So we've now got our master sequence in place, and it is the correct ratio for Instagram or TikTok, that is 9:16. But now how do we size and add our video clips into this to get that split screen effect? Well, to do that, we need to create another sequence. So go to File, New, then go to Sequence, and then there's only one value we need to change. So the vertical height is currently set to 1920. That is the entire height of the reel. But we want to change this to be the height of each individual video clip within that reel. Now here's a really handy tip. Instead of having to get your calculator out to do some division, you can do this in Premiere Pro. So first you need to decide, do you want 3 video clips, 4 video clips, or 5 video clips in your split screen reel? Let's say you want 3. Go to 19:20, put in a /, and then put 3, and click off the field, and you will see that Premiere Pro automatically does the division for you, and the height should be 640. Now I want 5 in mine, so I'm going to put 1920 in again. I'm going to put /, and then I'm going to put 5. And you can see Adobe Premiere Pro automatically works out the vertical height for you, which is 384. All the rest of this is perfect. The only thing we need to do is create another sequence name so we know what this is. And I'm going to call this Individual Clips and press OK. So the next thing you want to do is to import your clips. So I'm going to do that now. I'm going to bring in 5 clips. And we've now got them in Adobe Premiere Pro. So these are all castles in Ireland, and I thought this would be a fantastic way to showcase these on a reel. Now you'll see that when you import these clips, they're immediately too large. You can see this one here is way too big, and that's because this is a 4K video file. So we need to size this down to fit into our frame here. So we do that by going up to Scale, clicking this, and then just drag the mouse left to reduce the scale until you get it framed the way you want. Now you can zoom it all the way out till you get the entire video in, or if you want to zoom in a little bit to focus more on your point of interest, such as this castle ruin here, you can do that by increasing the scale to whatever you want. Now when you're happy with your video clips and want to start to build your split screen reel, what you want to do is you want to click on your clip, right click on it, go to Nest, and then you want to add a name. So I'm just going to simply give them a number for the order I want them to be in my split screen reel. So I'm going to call this 1. Then for our second clip, right click, go to Nest. I'm going to call this 2. For our third clip, I'm going to right click, I'm going to press 3. For our fourth clip, I'm going to right click and press 4. And for our last clip, I'm going to call it 5. Okay, so now we have these nested, and what that's done is that's logged in the ratio for each one of these clips. So now what we want to do is we want to drag across all 5 of them, press Ctrl+C or right click and go to copy, go back to our split screen master sequence and go to edit and paste. And now you'll see we've pasted these in and they are all the correct size, but you'll see a problem. They're all sitting in the middle of that sequence, but it's really straightforward to now space these out. So what you want to do is you first want to drag all of them on top of each other, as I've done here. And then starting with number 5, click the clip, go up to the position values again. You want to click on the vertical position and then drag your mouse right to move this down. And you just want to get it till it's sitting on the bottom. And then what you want to do is you want to go to your 4th clip and you want to go back up to the vertical position. And again, you want to drag this just to make it set on top of that 5th clip. And I'm sure by now you've worked out how this works for the rest of them. The 3rd clip's sitting perfectly in the center, so we don't need to touch that. For the 2nd, go to the vertical height. This time drag your mouse left to move it up until it's just sitting above it. And then for the 1st clip, again, just go to the vertical position, drag your mouse left until it is perfectly at the top. And it is as simple as that. So there's 2 small things we need to do to finish this reel. You can see that each one of these clips is a different length. So we want to make sure that the clip starts and ends when we want it to for each one of these videos. Very simple to do. Take a look at each clip individually. For example, this 1st clip at the top. Drag the timeline to when you want it to start. I want it to start here. Go down to the clip and drag the left handle until it snaps to your timeline position. Then move your timeline to when you want the clip to end, such as here. Then drag the right side of the clip until it snaps to your timeline position, and then just move the entire clip to the start of the timeline. And you want to go through and do that for each one of the clips. Then the last thing you want to do is make sure that all the clips end at the same point of time. Now you can do that by dragging your timeline to when you want the clips to end, such as here, and dragging all the clips until they snap to that timeline. And now if I go back to the beginning and hit play, you'll see we have our finished reel. All we need to do now is export it. So just go to File, go to Export, go to Media, and now for the export settings. Now if you want the highest quality possible and the sharpest looking videos for Instagram or TikTok, I've actually done a deep dive into these settings, going through each one and what you should use. I'll put a link to that description down below. But just very quickly, make sure that you have your format set to H.264. For preset, set it to match source high bitrate. And then there's only one value that you want to change if you're just exporting this really quickly to make sure you get a good result. And that's go down to your bitrate settings and set this to VBR 2 pass and set each one of these to be 20. And also just make sure that use maximum render quality is ticked. And then you are free to export that and enjoy your split screen reels. Okay, so that's Premiere Pro, but what if you're out on location and want to put one of these reels together on your phone, or maybe just like editing on your phone? Well, I've come up with a method to do this using InShot. It's not 100% perfect, reason being is you can't specify a height for each video clip slice, but doing it by eye you can get a result that's 99% of the way there, and it's pretty quick and easy to do. So let's create a new project. Go to Video, hit New. Then we want to select the clip we want to be centered in our split screen reel. So I'm going to select that clip and only that clip and hit the green tick. You'll now see the project has been loaded. This is automatically loaded into a 9:16 ratio for me, but for you it might not. So to fix that, press the canvas button. You might be in a 16:9 ratio like this. Just make sure to hit 9:16 and hit the white tick. Now let's add our first clip, and we're going to add the bottom clip to our split screen reel. So to do that, go across, press P and P for picture in picture, and select the clip you want to be at the bottom. So I've selected that clip. We now want to scale this up to be the correct width. So press the scale icon, which is the bottom right icon on this rectangle, and scale it up until it snaps left to right. Then you want to slide this clip down towards the bottom, and now we want to trim some height off it. So to do that, go across to Mask, select the 3rd mask effect in, this one here, slide the right handle right just so we get full width, and slide the top handle down just till you get something that looks about right. Don't worry if it's not 100% perfect. We're going to come back at the end and adjust these so that they all look evenly spaced. Then you want to hit the white tick. Now let's add our fourth clip down. So to do that, go across, press P and P, select the clip you want to be fourth down, which is this one here. Again, scale it up by dragging the scale icon, just so left and right wise, it's fitted to your sequence. Then drag this down till it's roughly in position. Go across to the mask tool again, and again select the third one in. Slide the right handle right till you get full width, and then slide the top handle down. And what you'll actually see is this masks the top and bottom proportionately. So you just want to size it till you get something that looks about right. For the middle clip, we don't actually need to do anything because it's already there. We want to add the second clip down now, so you may already know this sequence by now. You want to press the blue P and P icon. We want to select the clip we want to be second down. We want to scale it up to be full width, drag it up to it's roughly in position, go across to the mask tool, choose the third mask in, slide the mask right so we get full width, slide the top one down so we get something that looks about right, and press the white tick. And now for our last clip, and we're just going to do something ever so slightly different when it comes to masking. So select the blue P and P button, select the clip you want for the top of our split screen, scale it up, and now we're going to actually reduce the height and mask first before we slide it up into position. I'll show you why. If I slide this up into position here now and go to mask and select our third mask in, I can adjust it width-wise, but you can see the handle to adjust the height of it is cut off the top of the screen and we don't have access to it. So I'm actually going to slide this clip down and I'm going to go to mask again, and now you can see because it's more centered in our sequence we have access to that top handle. And I'm going to bring this down just to something I think is about right, and then I'm going to slide that up into position. Now I'll hit the tick, and you just want to look at this and see if any of the frames need adjusting. For example, I think this fourth one down is slightly too large. So to fix that, go back into P and P, choose your fourth clip, go to mask, and just adjust the height of that mask ever so slightly. And then I'm going to move that down just a touch, and then hit the white tick. Okay, and now looking at this, I think this looks absolutely perfect. If I hit the play button, I think we've got a result that's 99% of the way there. Like I say, unfortunately you can't frame each video slice specifically to a height, so you just have to do it by eye, but I think by the time this is uploaded to Instagram or TikTok, no one will notice the difference, and we've done it very quickly using just our phone in the InShot app. All that's left to do now is to export, and you do this by tapping the top right export button and hitting save. And then you're free to upload it onto Instagram or TikTok and show off your awesome drone clips. So there you have it, that's how you create this awesome effect on Adobe Premiere Pro or InShot. Hopefully this video has helped you and you can now use them horizontal video clips you've had laying on the back burner because of the cropping ruining them. Now you can create these awesome reels with them and show off your amazing drone clips. If you've liked this video and you've learned something new, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up and clicking that like button down below. If you love all things drones and want to know how to take better photos and more cinematic videos with your drone, then I have a ton of other content on my channel that should help you level up your drone game that I recommend you check out. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that notification bell is ticked so you don't miss any of my upcoming drone tips, tricks and tutorial videos. If you want to stick around and see a few more of them videos now, here's a few I personally recommend checking out. I'll not keep you back any further. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you over there.